Having children is tough, not just from a lack of sleep perspective, but also from a financial perspective. Luckily, on the finance side, the government helps eligible parents through the Parental Leave Pay. In this video, we're going to go through all the key bits of information regarding Parental Leave Pay so you don't have to spend hours scouring the Services Australia website. The amount of income you get is equal to the minimum wage, which, at the time of recording this video, is $915.80 per week. This amount gets updated annually, so check the Services Australia website for the latest figures. We'll link this in the description box below. If your child is born from 1 July 2025, superannuation contributions will be paid on top of your entitlement. Currently, payments run for 110 days or 22 weeks based on a 5-day working week. This is gradually increasing to 130 days or 26 weeks from 1 July 2026. If you're a single parent, you'll get all of the parental leave pay days yourself. However, if you have a partner, some of these days must be reserved for them. The current minimum reserved for your partner is 10 days, but this is increasing gradually to 20 days from 1 July 2026. This sharing arrangement replaced the original dad and partner pay. At your discretion, you can elect to split more than the minimum if you choose to. There are restrictions on how much of this leave can be taken together at the same time. Currently it's 10 days, but it is increasing to 20 days from 1 July 2025. There are eligibility criteria that you need to meet in order to qualify for the parental leave pay. This includes the following. 1. Be caring for a newborn or adopted child. 2. Have met the income test. More on this soon. 3. Have met the work test. That is, you must have worked a minimum of 330 hours, which is around 1 day per week, in 10 of the 13 months prior to the birth or adoption of your child. This applies to both employees and self-employed people alike. 4. Be off work, meaning you're taking time off to care for your child. And 5. Be living in Australia with a citizenship or a permanent visa. There are some other visa categories which may also qualify. There are 2 income tests, an individual income test and a family income test. These are based on previous financial year's earnings. If you don't meet the individual test, you may still be eligible under the family test. Under the individual income test, your income from the previous financial year must be below a certain threshold. This changes each year, so you need to check the year that's relevant for you. For the 2023-24 financial year, the limit was $175,788. It's the person claiming parental leave pay whose income is assessed under this test. If you don't meet the individual income test, you can look into the family income test. As a couple, your combined income can be up to $364,350. Again, this is based on the 2023-24 financial year. This is particularly helpful if the main income earner is the one claiming parental leave pay. In both cases, income refers to your adjusted taxable income, which includes things like net investment losses and reportable super contributions. The idea is to stop people from reducing their taxable income just to meet the eligibility thresholds. The parental leave pay is paid through your employer. The government pays your employer and then they pass the money on to you via your usual pay cycle. If you're self-employed, the payment comes directly to you. There are a couple of steps to claim. Firstly, you need to notify your employer at least 10 weeks before your child's expected arrival that you intend to claim parental leave pay. And secondly, you then lodge your claim with Centrelink. If you have your Centrelink account linked to your MyGov, this can all be done online. Otherwise, you'll need to contact Centrelink directly. Just be aware that you must lodge your claim within 52 weeks of your child's birth or adoption. You have up to 2 years to use the full entitlement. If you're particularly organised, you can submit a claim up to 3 months in advance, but payments won't begin until after the birth or adoption. It's important to remember that the parental leave pay is taxable income. If it's paid through your employer, they'll withhold PAYG tax at your usual rate. If it's paid directly to you, the ATO will withhold 15% tax unless you request a different withholding rate. It's important to consider the difference between parental leave pay and maternity leave, as this is where a lot of people get confused. They are not the same. Maternity leave, also called paternity leave or parental leave, refers to the time you take off work after your child is born or adopted. Under the Fair Work Act, Eligible employees can take up to 12 months of unpaid leave and request an extension of up to another 12 months. This means your employer must keep your job available for when you return. While maternity leave is usually unpaid, some employers do offer paid parental leave under your employment contract or an enterprise agreement. This varies by employer and is typically more common among larger corporates and government departments, although some small businesses offer it too. Importantly, you can receive both the employer paid parental leave and the parental leave pay if you're eligible. Getting an employer provided benefit does not exclude you from the parental leave pay. If you don't qualify for the parental leave pay because your income is too high, unfortunately, there's no alternative government payment. But if you're ineligible for other reasons, for example, not meeting the work test, you may be able to claim the newborn upfront payment and newborn supplement, which are linked to your eligibility for Family Tax Benefit Part A. There you have it, a rundown of how the parental leave pay works. If you want more details or the latest figures, we've linked the relevant sections on the Services Australia website in the description box of this video. The rules and numbers do change, but now that you've got the basics, it should be a lot easier to navigate. If you have any questions regarding the parental leave pay, we strongly recommend you speak with your financial advisor. They can help assess the appropriateness for your particular situation. Please note, the information contained in this video is general in nature only and does not take into consideration your objectives, financial situation, or needs. As legislation is constantly changing, the accuracy of this information is only current as at the time of recording. Before relying on the information, you should check to see if the content is still relevant.